Hello everyone, it's Dr. Sam. I'd like to welcome you to my EyeClarity Podcast. This is a show that offers cutting-edge information on how to improve your vision and overall wellness through holistic methods. I so appreciate you spending part of your day with me. If you have questions, you can send them to hello@drsambyrne.com. Now, to the latest EyeClarity episode. Okay, so there's a question out there in the audience, and it has to do with a medication called terazosin. And this is for benign prostate hyperplasia, BPH. And it happens in over 80% of men, this prostate condition, especially if you're over the age of 70. And this particular drug is used to help control the prostate hyperplasia. Now the question is, number one, does this contribute to cataract formation? And the answer to that is no. It doesn't contribute. However, one of the side effects is blurred vision. But the pharmaceutical drug does not cause oxidative stress buildup in the lens. But there's a second issue that comes up, and I'm bringing it up because it's not really talked about very much, but it's a very serious condition as it relates to this medication. So terazosin is a form of what we call an alpha blocker. And this alpha blocker is used to treat this prostate condition. However, what it can cause is something called intraoperative floppy iris syndrome. Now, the iris is the colored portion of the eye. It's a muscle, and it dictates and governs the pupil expanding and contracting. So if you take this type of drug, it can create this iris condition, which will then move you away from being able to get cataract surgery. And there are some things that you can do to maybe reduce the risk of developing this floppy iris syndrome. For example, one thing that you could do is take another drug, which is called 1% atropine sulfate, and this will keep the pupil constricted. And if you do that, then it's not going to affect the iris. However, my advice to this gentleman who's taking our seminar, and any man out there, is to start seeking out a functional medicine doctor, an integrative doctor, a naturopathic doctor, and get your prostate to work better by using natural, holistic methods so that you move away from this whole drug pharmaceutical merry-go-round that we get on that is wreaking havoc on our bodies. And the less pharmaceutical drugs you're taking, the healthier you're going to be. And there are many, many things that you can do to boost your prostate health. One of the main ones is that most men that have a reduced prostate health are very deficient in the trace mineral zinc, just as an example. But there are many techniques that you can use to improve your circulation, reducing oxidative stress in the prostate, exercises. Because if you start taking these pharmaceutical drugs, remember, pharmaceutical drugs are synthetically made. And I don't care what drug you're taking. If you're on pharmaceutical drugs and you're being influenced by all these side effects, it is going to take you away from your health and wellness. And one of the side effects is it's going to affect your eyes and visions. There's no question about that. Now, there's sometimes that you need to use pharmaceuticals, use a lower dose, and really try to find ways to get off these medications. None of them are going to support your health and wellness in a vital way. This is why I'm a strong proponent of things like herbs, aromatherapy, essential oils, medicinal mushrooms. We're going to talk about these things today so that you move off the synthetically made pharmaceuticals, which do nothing but treat symptoms. That's all they do. Any drug is going to treat a symptom. So in this particular case, sir, I would consider seeing if you could find a doctor that could help you holistically. Thank you for listening. I hope you learned something from the EyeClarity Podcast show today. If you enjoyed the episode, make sure to subscribe on iTunes or Spotify and leave a review. See you here next time.